So
No, it went offline for me, but it said reconnection successful on got a notification. Hello. I think we're back. I just refreshed it and things seem to be happening on screen. Okay, and I hear myself. Okay, so back to it. I sent in the dice and it said loading. I'm like, oh god, is my internet gonna conk out again? My shitty internet. Okay. A 27 attempted to hit you. If you've said anything since I rolled, I haven't heard it. But I assume a 26 will hit.
yeah, 26 hits.
Okay. So with a successful 26, I'm going to go ahead and roll this damage. It is this amount for the claws. Wow. Minimum damage. So Alin here saw your pitiful attacks and was like, oh, is that the vibe we're going for here? And kind of like, kind of scratched you like it's bleeding a little, dealt 7 damage.
Gotcha.
Next up is Carlake, who will hold her wand up high, and she's going to kind of like josh Mavis a little and tell her, this is how you do it. And she is going to cast Firebolts at... well, actually, because the lower owlbear is stunned, does that mean all attacks have... Is it counted as incapacitated for the purposes of a... Was it like advantage or critical? Hold on, let me look at this condition. Stunned creatures incapacitated, which means they can't take actions or reactions. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and they automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. So, with that in mind, I will go ahead and cast this next Firebolt at advantage at the owlbear that Grandma's in front of. For a 17 to hit, 8 damage. I'll apply that right now. She's gonna chuckle at Mavis and like, haha, as in, yeah, that's right. Based on my quick math real here, this is not below quarter yet. So we are back to the top of initiative. We are at round 2, starting with Mavis. Mavis will say, I was just warming up, and she'll also blast the same owlbear with a firebolt. This one was a 17 to hit, is 16 fire damage. Ooh. Highly amusing. With that, I'm going to go ahead and put this indicator on this owlbear. What that indicator means is that 1 health. Grandma, you're up.
Grandma shakes her head as headbutting an owlbear took its toll on her. She is going to flick this owlbear on the nose.
A 14 will hit. 7 is a good amount of damage. It's at this point that you'll see that something interesting is happening. Let's find out exactly what.
It was a doppelganger.
So unfortunately, this owlbear is still up and is looking at you very angrily.
Owlbear. Oh shit! I said I flick it on the nose. Uh-oh. I said...
yes, because the 10 does miss.
I'll do a finishing drop kick. I mean the other effects don't especially matter, but...
Oh! Alright, let me go ahead and roll you as you've gotten the first nat 20 of the session, technically. Grandma with the latest nat 20.
And if it's the effect I think it is, the crit might supersede it.
Oh, let me double check. Unless... okay. So with that, I don't even have to roll. Can you describe how you're taking this owlbear down?
Okay, so Grandma sees that this owlbear is on its last legs and decides to just flick it on the nose, which doesn't do anything. So she lifts up her other finger and flicks it on the nose, which doesn't do anything. So then she just rears back, jumps forward, and just hits it under the chin with a flying drop kick, which breaks its neck and sends it flying.
Nice. All right. Anything else from you as Carlake and Mavis yell out, wait, leave one alive.
I think they're already dead.
That's true.
But I will move here in order to flank and end my turn. Oh wait, no, I can't because I did a finishing move, so that ends my turn.
Okay. Next up is the owl bear that has just passed away again, so I'm going to remove it from initiative. Next up is Annabelle. Take it away.
I'm going to. Is that a cantrip? I feel like that's a cantrip. Can never remember if that's a cantrip though. Yeah, that's a cantrip. Yeah, okay. That's only worthwhile if I'm doing an AoE situation. Okay, well, for the moment, I will just continue to. Actually, you know what? Actually, give me 1 sec.
Sure.
Okay, that's also AoE. Okay, I will not do that then. I see now that that pretty much all of the spells that I took are specifically intended to be like AoE spells. Makes sense. So I'm just gonna keep swinging at this thing with my packed weapon. Whack.
22 will hit.
22 for 12 slashing damage.
Right.
Bad at all.
I'll apply that right now.
And attack again. 21 for another 13 slashing damage that time.
All right, it's with this attack that it seems to be breathing a little bit more. Wait, it's undead. It seems to be. You see a big orange circle appear above it for some strange reason. You've never seen it before. You don't know what it's doing there, but yeah, there you go.
It's breathing more. Wait, it's undead. It's unbreathing.
I was like, it's bleeding. Wait, It's gushing goop. It's gooping. That's what we kids call it, yeah.
What's the rating on this stream again?
Actually, the rating on this one is E for everyone because I forgot that Braylup's here, and that I should probably put the violent situation. Yeah, you drop kicked the head off. Whoops. Oh well. Next stream.
I just said I broke its neck. Its head didn't need to come off, but
I feel like that makes it worse.
I'm not 100% sure.
Like,
I'm not sure I agree with that one.
so my reasoning is like, like there's differences between like Mortal Kombat levels of like, okay, this is cartoony. There's 3 rib cages coming out there. The head just flew like halfway to the next city, as opposed to you just like snap the neck right there. They crumple to the ground and
yeah, that's fair. I see what you mean. I kicked it in half.
Nothing will beat though the last module when Coffee Leash cast that spell, like Gravity Well or whatever it was, instantly like collapsing one of the poor NPCs into like a tiny soda can size, like.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh, yep. So she was mind controlled. She was supposed to survive the fight if you knew what you were doing. And I'm like, well, didn't expect anyone to die quite that hard. Whoops. My bad.
You're good.
Yeah, the owlbear stood up on its hind legs, and I drop kick it, and its top half just goes flying, and then its bottom half, there's just like one femur sticking out of its torso, like in Among Us.
Always love this single femur.
The single femur is highly amusing.
Well, that is gonna. So, my turn is over.
Okay. Next up is Alan the owlbear, who will look at you and will attempt yet again one of those fancy, what are these called? Beak attack. Model 13. Yeah, I sound okay, miss. But it's gonna try to get you again with the same combo. It's like the whole duck and weave situation. It like feints with its beak and it strikes with a. Oh, okay, wasn't that one?
Yeah.
It slashes at you, but basically it had leaned on that tree a little too hard earlier, and the tree kind of like leans back towards it and get like the branches get in the way of its eyes. So it misses, and I turn it over to young wizard in training, Carlake. Let me just check out a situation with her spells before I get back to it. Okay, cool. I've got it. So she is going to cast Magic Missile and deal minimum damage. Wait, she's supposed to do this 4 times, right? Based on base Magic Missile?
Base Magic Missile, I think it's 3.
Okay. Let me just double check to be completely sure. It is 3.
Every level beyond that, you add 1, which means that it's... If you have the option to cast it at level 1 or to cast it at a higher level, it's basically always a better idea to just cast it at level 1.
Okay.
Because you lose out on so much efficiency for it.
So speaking of losing out on efficiency, Carlake deals a minimum damage, a second minimum damage, and a minimum damage magic missile. As 3 little piddly tufts of magic make their way into Allin the Owlbear, Mavis, her ally over there, can't help but stifle a chuckle as Carlake is kind of whiffing here.
We've all been there, Karlik. Don't worry too much about it.
All right, we are at round 3. Your words to Carlake seem encouraging to her. She feels like she's a little bit more inspired and she doesn't look as dejected. But let's see if all that is dashed, as Mavis is going to take her turn and she'll say, I'll show you how it's done. And she will also cast Magic Missile for second minimum damage. Decent damage that time, and decent damage yet again. Oh, wow, actually, sorry, best damage for a total of 13, which, okay, I am not fudging any rolls here, any health whatsoever. This owlbear is at 1 health, and I'll take it over to Grandma yet again.
Got this, Granny.
Okay. So Grandma's gonna walk over, tap the owlbear on the back, and when it turns around, she's gonna flick it on the nose.
Oh my god. All right, so...
Non-lethally.
Right, non-lethally. So, Grandma with the second nat 20 in a row, and the only, from what I can remember, set of nat 20s here. You reign triumphant.
The flick makes the smash ping sound when it hits.
Nice. I don't even have to roll for
Home
that.
run bat.
So both of the victory themes, I apologize, both of the victory themes that I have that I feel safe using on stream are incredibly long.
Yeah, mood.
Right. Carlake and Mavis hop down from their perch up here, and they will go over to you all. I'll put them right here. They'll say, "Oh, thank you both so much for being there. We were a little over our heads." Carlake will say. Mavis will say, "Well, we could have handled it. Just we were a little unlucky." And they'll both cross their arms.
So, what exactly are you doing with these?
Oh, we're planning to study them.
Why?
Huh.
Well, you see, New kinds of undead have recently begun to appear across. As far as we can tell, Mavis will say, the realms connected to the Radiant Citadel. It's quite odd. The map of whatever in those situation rooms, the war rooms. The war room map is up at back at the tower if you wanted to check it out. But we were sent here to check out the situation, and thanks to your help, we can take this owlbear back with us and study it to figure out what exactly is going on and why it's afflicting the worlds connected to the Radiant Citadel. They look at each other with concern, and as they look over at the unconscious undead owlbear before you all.
Hmm.
New undead forms, huh? Weird.
Mm-hmm. We're not sure what forms they're taking in the other worlds, but we're sent here so we know for sure that owlbears are turning up undead.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem.
You'll see that they're actually Mavis and Karlek are in the process of creating like a circle of some sort around the owlbear. And they'll say, "All right, well, we're gonna take it back. Thank you for your help. What are you two doing here?"
Well, we were sent here to investigate the strange goings on in this city to search for fuck, I forgot their name again. I'll find it. Including finding Kunan Jun, making sure that they're alright. Didn't your boss did your boss not explain that? Do you guys not coordinate on your jobs at all?
The boss did mention that they were about to send Grandma on this quest, but didn't tell us specifically about Kunan Jun.
Fair enough. Well, if you guys are going back to the Wizard Tower, would you mind bringing them a message that Kunan Jun is alive and well, and we're just helping them out with whatever's going on here?
Oh, okay. We'll let them know, Karlek says. Mavis nods. Sure. Good luck with stuff here. Karlek, do you want to take this back? Do you all need help with anything, or...?
Is one of you able to take it back by yourself?
At the same time, Mavis will say, yeah. Karlek will say, no. They'll look at each
You should
other.
probably handle it together then.
Mavis rolls her eyes a little bit. Not like towards you, but it's kind of like you can tell it's directed towards Karlek. And Karlek will say, come on, Mavis, we gotta get back. And Mavis will like, fine. And Mavis will like squat down and continue carving the circle. And Mavis will say, good luck with your stuff. Karlek will say, good luck with your stuff.
You as well.
Yeah,
You
we're
feel great.
Sorry, what was it you said?
So these two are great. They're a lot of fun.
Yep.
I'm glad you like them. I was actually planning to introduce them before last session. Didn't get to it until last session. But Karlek will say, "Yeah, there's a nice cage on the first floor. We can put this guy in." They've just finished. They've finished doing the circle. They're gonna wave bye to you both before they slam down onto the circle. Unless there's slam their hands down onto the circle. Unless there's something else you wanted to say before they head off.
Nope, I think I'm good.
Okay. In that case, they are off. They teleport away. Oh, I think they're supposed to bring the other corpse away too. Even though it's like dead. So I'm going to say that they also did that to that one. But in the rush, you'll see that looks like one of them actually dropped a cloak pin behind. And it looks like Grandma would know this for sure. The cloak pin has the emblem of the Mage's Conclave that you all are all a part of.
What was that you said about a cage, Olio?
Sorry, was that directed to me or to Grandma?
That was directed to Grandma.
Nice. Okay.
Oh yes, they were. They couldn't find their way out of the cage. I helped them out of it, but then before I left, they got trapped in it again. So I left them to it.
Huh. Interesting. Weird. That's kind of silly.
Yeah, they're
didn't-
not all there.
They didn't seem to understand when you asked about it. Do you think whatever was going on with people's memories around here has been happening to them too?
Ah, I didn't pick up on that. You may be right.
Well, whatever it is, hopefully they don't take it back to the Conclave with them.
Hastily scribbles down notes as a DM.
I, as a DM, am am at this point significantly better at picking up on potential plot points and seeding them in other people's campaigns when the opportunity arises.
Note to self: did Mavis and Carly to the Mage's Conclave? Wait, I'll put this in stream notes. Okay. Cool. All right. Anyway, yes. That's pretty much it here. Would you all like to progress to the next area?
Yeah, sounds like a plan to me.
Dude.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and take you over. So, you find, as you've arrived at the area near the forest, based on the directions that Kunanjun would have kind of told you about when they told you about the 3 destinations you could possibly check out, you find a large construction site full of scaffolding and equipment. You see that laborers are clearing stumps and raising frames of new houses, while armed guards keep an eye on the nearby forests for signs of trouble. Shortly after you arrive, you'll see that there's an official in charge of the site who... Oh, I'm sorry, I need to put your tokens here. I know your token is here. Oh, and your token's here. Before long, what looks to be an official in charge of the site approaches you all. You'll see that she has a conveniently placed name tag that says, as I put this in chat, Huang Jung-soon. And she'll say, "Hello, I'm sorry, this area is off limits. What brings you here?"
Hello, we were hired to investigate. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's okay. Those are desynced again. God damn it, I hate when that happens. I took 7 damage in the last fight.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's because I put this token in before the fight, I think, or something like that. So
Gotcha.
I apologize for the desyncing.
I wonder. Interesting. Okay. Weird. Anyway, we were hired to investigate the strange goings-on in Yanido. People being attacked or otherwise just mysteriously turning up dead in the streets. We were hired to investigate what's going on with that, and our search has brought us out to the Tiger District. Why is the area off limits, if I may ask?
All right, so you pose that question to her. Why is the area off limits? Stuckham, thank you for the lurk. She looks to you both, and she'll say, "Well, because you had mentioned, I believe, the attacks, correct?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She'll say, I'm not quite sure. I'm familiar with attacks, the attacks that you're talking about. I'd like to ask either one of you, if not both of you, to make a DC 14 insight check.
Nope.
Okay. So she tells you she doesn't really know anything about attacks on the camp. But quick question for at least Grandma. Do you have... Wait. the kind of fighter or the kind of hero that you are, I don't believe you have visible weapons on you, correct?
I have a chair.
So you're carrying around a chair, got it. And then is Annabelle, I assume you're also not holding any visible weapons as you rely on your packed weapon, which is not, I assume it's not summoned here. Well, do you have anything visible weapon-wise?
I would not, ideally. Hence the question at the beginning of the last fight.
Okay. Yes, of course. All right, just double checking. So she'll say, I don't really know much about attacks on the camp. It's pretty dangerous here. You all should head back to the town where it's safe. Sorry, that sounded really weird. Like, nothing bad is happening here. Anyway, bad things happen here. Get out of here. She's referring to the construction that's happening. It's not like, as it was coming out of my mouth, I was like, wait a minute. Let me clarify.
Gotcha.
Oh, also, I would like to grant Annabelle inspiration for cheering up Carlake, who was looking a little rough at the time.
Yay!
Yay.
But yeah, she says she doesn't really know much about the attacks on the camp. She says this is a dangerous place where construction is happening. She's asked you all to leave.
Interesting. We did hear about specific unusual accidents occurring at the construction site specifically. If it's too dangerous to stay, I understand, but if it's all the same to you, I would like to ask some questions before we leave.
All right, it's at this point I'd like to ask you to succeed on a DC 14 persuasion check. Ooh. All right, with that successful response, congratulations. She'll like, look around. What was it exactly that you were asking her? You said, hey, you understand it's dangerous here, but...
Basically, I understand it's dangerous. We can leave if we need... we can leave if need be. But... let's see. We can leave if need be, but... we heard about there being unusual accidents and incidents at the construction site, and we were hoping to get some information about that. But we don't need to go into the dangerous construction site to do so, if that's what she's concerned about.
I see. Okay. So she'll actually come a little bit closer to you all, not in a threatening way, but kind of like to lean in and to tell you some things. So she'll say, well, you both seem like reasonable people. Well, actually, can at least Brailiff, you can both give a description, but she says this, you seem like reasonable people. Brailiff, can you give a description of what Grandmaster Bone Smasher, aka Grandma, looks like again?
She's a very giant hag wearing a flashy wrestler outfit.
Yes. Seems like reasonable people.
Yeah, definitely.
What were you saying?
I was gonna say, like, yeah, if you gun to my head, I feel like I would say that's probably like the definition of like the pure picture of unreasonable, personally. But maybe that's just me.
So I'm gonna say Jung Soon was kind of directing this more towards Annabelle, unless I'm incorrect. Can you give a brief description of what Annabelle looks like again, especially for the class?
Annabelle is a relatively short fawn, so from the waist up, she pretty much looks human, with the exception of her head, where she has a single visible goat-esque horn on the top of her head. She has long semi-pointed ears in the same style of like in a style similar to like a deer, and a deer-like nose. But then from the waist down, it's like very furry digitigrade legs ending in relatively large, for Like bigger than like goat hooves, smaller than horse hooves. So, but and she's wearing a like single breastplate and then occasional pieces of plate mail strewn about her body as well, like bracelets on her arms and greaves on her thighs and whatnot.
Okay.
Not exactly as absurd and out there as like a 10-foot hag dressed up for lucha libre.
Sure. Yes. But by comparison, for sure, more reasonable.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes, yes. Unique designs all around. We love to see it. All right. So Jung Soon will say, well, I'll tell you what I have noticed. There have been dents on my weapons, and I've had inexplicable minor wounds at random. Like I'll see them on my arms, on my legs. It's quite strange. They kind of like cuts or slashes, inexplicable minor wounds just like appearing. I'm holding up pretty okay, but my laborers are in constant fear. They think some creature or gang is trying to harm them, but no one's actually seen anything, although accidents and sabotage are pretty common. I've reached out to the city's magistrates, but they're failing to protect us. It's we are doing the work that they want the city expanded out here to the Tiger District, and yet we're here in danger. Dangerous animals live in these nearby forests, especially tigers, so that's why I have guards present to keep such threats at bay. But between you and me, I actually don't think the animals are to blame for the danger around here.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to put money on it, I think it's sabotage by... People are the worst animals, if you know what I mean.
Indeed. Well, very eye-opening. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate how forthcoming you are with that.
Well, you do seem like you'd probably get the job done as opposed to our politicians. Looks at the camera.
Well, we certainly hope to. So if I get the gist of this correct, you and various other members of your crew have been experiencing sudden, bizarre injuries, nicks on your armor, and scrapes on your flesh.
Right. Correct.
Alright. It's good to know. Good to know. So, without any real solid explanation for it. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's certainly some useful information to go on then. Has it been happening in any particular areas of the construction site, or just been basically everywhere?
That's a good question. Let me just check. She's not quite sure, but she's willing to let you look through the construction site in general in case you're able to ascertain such information.
Ooh, excellent. Perfect. That sounds like a brilliant idea.
All right, so she'll let you have the lay of the land. It's at this point I'd like to ask you to, at first, give me a simple DC 12 investigation check.
Nope.
Nope.
Unfortunate. Now, while your rolls are low, you do sense, or you are able to ascertain from damaged equipment that you see, and also Jung Soon is willing to show you some of her wounds. These look like claw marks. It's at this point that anyone can roll me a DC 12 nature check.
Nature. Let's see.
I am just as good at all. Hey!
Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna put this here. Grandma with the third nat 20 of the session. So while Annabelle isn't particularly ready to confirm things one way or the other, a grandma can definitively confirm that despite what Jung Soon was saying about sabotage and how people are the worst animals, these are indeed, as far as you can tell, from large feline claws.
I'll point this out.
You pointing this out to me or her?
You. But I guess we can point it out to her if we want. Are there any... Yeah, sure, we can tell her. Are there any, large feline monsters in the area?
She has mentioned the tigers, despite the fact that she's discounted them as the threats here.
Right. Well,
She
she'll
can't.
point out that there are very tiger-esque claw marks around.
Can you roll me a persuasion check at advantage?
I can sure try. 18.
Okay. You sense that she's beginning to come around and perhaps doubt her original theory about it being sabotage of some sort. Perhaps it is indeed the tigers, although she does question it because that's what the guards were for, but something strange is definitely afoot.
Something strange is definitely afoot.
Well, why don't we go check around the actual construction site? Maybe we'll get more information.
Yes.
So as you're discussing things, a fog begins to drift into the map you're on from the north. It's coming in pretty rapidly, as if within the span of the next 6 seconds, it will lightly obscure the entire map. As a recap, I believe you both are unafflicted memory-wise by the fog, as far as you can tell, compared to the other residents of the area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if you have working theories, but while I can't say definitively whether or not the other Mage's Conclave wizards were affected by it, you at least feel semi-confident that while it might affect these townspeople, you might be a little bit better off than them.
Mm-hmm.
And with the fog rolling in, if either of you would like to say or do anything before I'm probably going to wrap it up here, feel free to do so at this time.
Well, with the fog rolling in, I think I will choose. I think Annabelle will just pretty overtly just be like, "Oh shit, fog's rolling in. You guys should." What's this lady's name again?
This lady right here is Jung Soon. Let me see. Yeah, Huang Jung Soon. I'll type it out again.
Gotcha.
I've been a lot of rolls since then.
Oh shit, fog's rolling in. Huang Jung soon. You should get tell your guards to prepare for a potential fight.
All right, she nods. She will echo a cry towards the rest of her allies, and she will also draw her own weapons. That was very insightful of you. Grandma, is there anything you'd like to do at this time?
Grandma will, I guess, put her step stool on the ground and stand on it and just go up to her full height to see if she can see into the fog any and perceive what's about to happen.
Ooh. Okay. Can you go ahead and give me a perception check then?
I can try. Turns out it's foggy.
It is indeed pretty foggy. Right. Any last words from you both before I bring us back into the tavern where we started this very journey and wrap up for the night?
I think I'm good.
I think I'm good.
All right. So back to the tavern we go. I'm very excited for what will happen to you all next time. Episode 15 or season 2, episode 3 of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. Hopefully 2 weeks from now, if all goes well. I have to double check my calendar, which I will. If, for example, next Wednesday, we are good for session on your part. Okay. I should be also. I'll let you know if anything else comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Cool.
Cool. Well, any last... Sorry, all right. So I hope you all at home, listening now in the future, have a good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Yes, anything else from you both before we take it away?
Can't think of anything.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone.
Yes. Thank you all
See ya
for
on
watching.
Wednesday for more Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Yes. See you all next Wednesday. More Dungeons & Dragons, Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I myself will be trying to stream a little bit more until then. And for now, we're actually gonna probably raid into Clock. We've raided into them, or I've raided into them before. They're playing Fire Emblem Three Houses, the Golden Deer route. It's not their first playthrough, but it's their first playthrough as Golden Deer. Yeah, so we'll swing over that way, and I'll catch you all next time. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Night.